All right, we're underway here already. Got Trench ready to go.
48 miles per hour.
Got you.
76 miles per hour. 25 miles per hour. 48 miles per hour. 83 miles per hour. 59 miles per hour.
Getting everything settled in here. Game 3 underway. Leadoff single, I believe we had there. Brings Merciel to the plate. Trench is going to have to eat some innings this game, as once again Tom Gannon is out of innings. If it does go into extra innings, Tom is eligible to come back and pitch. But for the first 6 innings of this game, it's going to be Trench and Tanek. Trench knows he has to throw strikes here. Got the line up there, -2.5 for the Sandvipers. It's very heavy for the home team to be laying 2.5 runs here. They've only scored 6 runs all night in 7 innings, I believe, or 5 runs? What did they lose? 3-2 in the first game? 4-2. So they scored 2 and 3. And I'm trying to be told that 2.5 is the line for the home team. Like, what world is this? This is a pick'em. I believe the Warbirds should be a favorite in this game with no Gannon. A much deeper lineup. Good pitching by Trench, though. Trench could really jump back into that Cy Young race here tonight. If he throws a good 5 or 6 scoreless here, he really could jump in. He picked up the win also in game 2. 1 out. He came in and got 1 big out in the 3rd. It's going to get him the win. Tom Gannon picks up the 3-inning save. Yeah, it does say game 2 predictions. That wasn't changed. As you see, Dean make an easy catch. I feel like I'm being trapped here on Warbirds +2.5. I feel like I'm being trapped. I don't know. Here comes the money on the Sandvipers. They think Sandviper bettors thinks 3 outs all of a sudden makes -2.5 good. Piccolo is going to be throwing. I guess Piccolo doesn't have it yet. Let's see if the Vipers are going to feast off of him. They haven't got the bats going yet tonight. Dan's been sitting on the sideline cold for a couple hours now, and here he is.
I've never seen this guy before, Chad. What's he got?
So when we started out playing in the AA League only 2 years ago, he was the best pitcher. He has a 12-6 that was devastating to all these new players, and he just kept throwing it, just throwing it, and nobody could really do anything with it. But then he got to the PLW here, and he realized just throwing continuous 12-6s wasn't going to get the job done. So he's trying to develop. He's got a long way to go. I gave him a hard time at the beginning of the season. I help run the Win Poker Room, and Dan is a reg at the Win Poker Room. Plays some 2-5. He's one of the coolest, chillest, funnest guys there is in the room. Unfazed by losing large pots or winning large pots. The mentality you want to have as a poker player. He's got, he's got a good brain on his head. And he's got good baseball knowledge. He's got a good right arm. Can he put it all together and make a good PLW start here against the OG Vipers? We're going to find out right now.
As we head to a rubber match here in game number 3. The Warbirds securing game number 1 in extras. The Vipers doing it in 6 with a 3-0 win.
43 miles per hour. 51 miles per hour.
I got just 2,100. I had 8,000 on the first game, 4,000 on the second game, and now we're down to 2,000. Taking the +2.5 all 3 games, just no brainer. If you're laying 2.5 runs in baseball games in general, you're doing it wrong. Braves tonight pick up the cheap 2-0 cover for all you fishy -1.5 Brave bettors tonight. Good work.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about my WIFFLE points. They've been lost pretty
I lost them all for 2 seasons,
quickly.
Ethan. I lost 60 straight bets. I'm not even kidding.
I've gotten close. I've gotten up there to 10K, and I thought it was a great idea to throw it all on the Sandvipers one night. And I think they lost it by a point.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I did the first game. I basically shoved all in on the Warbirds in game 1. We got Nate Ruiz right on the line here in the infield. Merciel in the smash zone at second base. KJ in the zone of spin if it goes to him off of Tanik's bat.
I don't know about leaving center field that open for Tanik.
Well, that's the thing. He either pulls hard home runs, that's the book on him, he hits it there, or he mishits and hits it at the container. So I do like the split outfielders. Tanik is tough to defend. 3 infielders because they have 6. I kind of think maybe they should put the guy that's standing on first base straddling it in center field, like you said. I don't like that straddling. In the situation we had before with the double winning the game, it was a little different, but to lead off the game, I think 3 outfielders would make more sense. Same thing for Gannon.
49 miles per hour.
Gannon does not hit many ground balls to shortstop. He pulls grounders and goes to center with his fly balls.
Definitely one of those guys that would take a pitch like that if it was inside or outside a little more to rip it down there to third.
You're right about that, but if he does rip it down to third, it's just going to be open anyways, so having a shortstop there isn't going to help very much.
54 miles per hour.
KJ got to secure that one in for out number 1 in the inning with Tanik standing on first base.
The same thing, that's a mishit there. That's what happens when he mishits it. It just spins off to the weak side. Oh, Turtles lost their points. I've done that a couple times. I'm building now, though. 23,000. Hard hit, past KJ, looked clean. Doesn't matter. Just first to second on the single to the left side. A clean single to the right side would have moved Tanik to third. To the left side, just one base.
What's going on, Flipper? We're doing great tonight. You're tuned in here to PLW. As a subscriber, I'd love to see you back. Make sure you're subscribing, following, sharing on social media that we are here at Premier Wiffle as we look to grow this league even bigger. Still in our first year, correct, Chad?
Yeah, a full year. We started in about November last year for season 0, we'll call it. We had season 1 that carried from December to March, late November. No, season 0 started in like September, let me tell you, and we played until like November. Then we started up actual PLW late November into late February. Season 2 went from mid-March through summer, and then season 3 started up September, mid-September, and we're rolling to the end of it right now. 39 game season. The previous seasons were 42 game seasons. Next season, they will be 54 game seasons. We'll break away from the 2 divisions. We'll go to 1 10-team table, and each team will play a 3-game road and a 3-game home against the other 9 teams for a 54-game schedule. 6th place will be safe. 4th place will play 5th place for a wild card series. 1st place will pick between the winner of that wild card series and 3rd place. 2nd place will get the leftover team. As for the bottom half of the bracket, 7th place will play 8th place in a 3-game series. The loser of that 3-game series will play 9th place in a 3-game series. The loser of that series will join 10th place in the relegation tournament where you don't want to be. As you see, Piccolo, Dan Pickering, work a solid first inning, 0-0.
Yeah, the Vipers left a runner out there in scoring position. Picone not able to get it done.
Hey, Nick McGuire, I think he might have gone too. I really do. I think Tom Gannon banged a couple of check swings last night that we've never seen bang down here. A couple of really light swings last night. Gannon got on my lightning. I think he got one on the other team and two on my team, but all 3 were really close, and they were all guaranteed no swings back at the beginning of the season. But again, we're tightening everything up. We're trying to put the best product we can put in. Major League rules play out here on just about everything, unless there's a WIFFLE addendum in the rule book. You can bring up that rule book, type in !rules. You can also type in ! something else. I forget.
I think it's just rules.
No, something else you can type too. NFTs, ! NFT, I believe. We'll pop the NFTs. And there's a 3rd thing you can type ! for.
Standings. I believe.
Odds,
Stats.
maybe something
Stats,
else, yeah. Check out the PLW website, though. The stats are tight. I've worked extremely hard on them for the last 13, 14 months. Everybody's stats are perfect. We have a board that reviews hit and error, so that's not even in my control. Hit and error a lot of times, or whoever's got the iPad and is scoring that particular game. Anybody can have a play reviewed that they don't like. If you're pitching and your guy boots a ball and it's called a hit, you just send it to the board, and very good chance it gets overturned.
GK turned it in with the exclamation point, Chad.
Oh. Shane Weber calls everything an error on the board. Anything. If you run to the ball, it's an error. I like it, though. That's hit hard. This is a big rubber match for these Warbirds, man. This is so tight, and everybody's got a 420 winning percentage. They sit at 14 and 18 right now. So 15 and 18, 14 and 19, one of the two they're going to be. I think 16 wins in the East gets you in the playoffs. 17 guarantees you. 17 and 22 will be good for third place in the East, where in the West, you guys are going to need to be 19 and 20 at worst to make the playoffs.
It's tough.
20 and 19 technically might be no good. Where in the East, there's a opposite field hit. If it gets to the wall, the run scores, but it doesn't. It runs out of gas. It's an opposite field single. It's going to force Nate over to third.
And Flipper, we're locked in here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Just shy of the Strip. We can see the light of the Luxor Hotel in the background here if we can get a shot on it sometimes on a clear day. It's going to bring Jim Dodos to the plate. He's going to rip that to the right side. It's going to move the run over to third and score a run here for the Warbirds in the top of the second inning.
Little Warbirds bingo. First to third bingo going on as they keep them rolling around. Look out here. Hits are contagious.
48 miles per hour.
Trench is going to have to stand out there as Tom Gannon is out of innings, already thrown all 9 tonight.
50 miles per
I
hour.
do believe Tannic, though, has 5 left.
Tannic
Or
has
6.
I think
I don't know if he went 2 innings or 3 innings in
Well,
that second game.
either way, we're in the second now, so he's clear to throw the last. If Trench was to walk out right now, Tannic is clear to complete this game. I don't even know who they bring in next. I don't know if it's Harley or Dean. If they walk out, I don't know.
And that's going to be Trench's first walk of the night to load the bases with no outs, bringing up KJ, who we saw go deep in that last game. Little visit from the Sandvipers on the mound.
The Warbirds send over a third base coach as the only time you run in the PLW is on a sac fly attempt. Any fly ball to the outfield, all the outfield, or infield for that matter, but to the outfield, we'll say. The outfielder has to just get it to that backstop. It doesn't have to be in the air before the runner steps on the plate. Good pitch by Trench.
That slider is nasty, just breaking in there for strike 2, 52 miles an hour.
I'm being told Harley can pitch in a pinch. I would say that would be the way they go because I don't see Dean pitching.
60 miles per hour.
It is. Exclamation point stats was the third thing you can type in there. That's what they got going on there. Good curve.
That's going to move this to a full count, Chad, with Trench already having 1 out or 1 walk on the night.
I like something a little quicker here. Don't slow it down to him. There it is. Good pitch, Trench. Good pitch. KJ really sees those slower pitches. I think he's kind of on to that little 2-piece slider he throws. That's hit well. We're going to see a sac fly here. He's
Tagging.
good.
Cannon is going to get him out at home with the relay from Harley Jr. after he makes the play. That's going to be a double play from the outfield to cut down the run at home.
Is that the first time we've ever seen a double play at the plate like that? We've seen a couple times. Yeah, but you screwed with the line over there, didn't you?
No, we had one of our guys hit Nate Stepna in the back of the leg right before he was about to touch home.
Oh, I missed that one. Really.
Casey Taravello on the throw.
Casey has the best outfield arm in the league, I'd like to state for the record. Tom Gannon's probably got the second best outfield arm in the league, but Casey throws BBs from 100 feet. That's it. Too much spin. Trench has it, and somehow Trench works through the inning. Big double play. Good catch by Harley. Good relay. And the Vipers get through the inning, just one run home.
Just showing them how sound they are defensively for Gannon to go out there and immediately call for the cutoff, grab the ball, turn and throw home to get that out, cut down that run, scoring from third base, trying to tag up. It's something we don't see here often, as it is pretty tough to throw these wiffle balls. If you've never been out here on the wiffle ball field, they can kind of get screwy if you're not able to like set your hands right. And yeah,
when you're throwing it 80 feet as hard as you can to somebody else who has to catch it clean and in one motion turn and throw, he doesn't have time to catch it, and he has to catch and throw instantaneously. So Tom Gannon made that play look a lot easier than it was. That needs to be in the top 10 highlights, Dobbins. If you're out there watching, get that thing clipped. Put that in the highlight reel. We got the Sariski catch. We got the Merciel dive here in the infield. We have the one in right over here earlier, and I believe that's our fourth web gem of the night.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch out here, Chad. Both these teams really sound defensively, and the Sandvipers showing it there in that last half of the inning of why they are one of the better defensive teams in this league. It's going to bring Tanek up to the plate to lead this inning off.
56 miles per hour.
The key to facing the Sandvipers is 5 batters per inning, not letting that 6th guy come up, because that 6th guy is Adam Tanek at the top of the lineup. They just want to roll that lineup over and give him a chance to drive in all those guys that are on base. If you can just strand 2, get 3 outs, strand 2, every time up, Tanek will lead off. That's what happened to the Snappers in the playoffs last season. They could not roll the lineup to Briner, and Briner ended up leading off every inning, smashed by Tanek.
And that's going to be a triple by Tanek as he hits that off the fence.
He hit that as hard as you can hit it. That was at the fence in a flash.
As we go to Peggy Pumpkin.
Tanek will be in a position to tag up. Now we're right back where we were. I don't see the same arm from Sariski, or who do we got out there? Dodos left and Nate
Dodos,
Ruiz?
the KJ relay might be able to get in there.
I don't think we're going to see another relay like that, Ethan.
Yeah,
but you are right,
if
though.
it's the Dodos, though, I think he's going to go for the throw himself.
Yeah.
But with Gannon being a lefty up, we'll see what happens.
That is Gannon's miss. We've seen him hit some pop flies that way. I think that for Adam, Dodos is in the correct defensive position, but for Tom, I think he needs to be a little more pushed over towards center. He's just too far in front of that container for my liking. No, you just got to get it home before the runner steps on the plate. The runner is tagging and running home. If the ball hits the backstop in any manner before the runner steps on the plate, it's an out. Yeah, 3 seconds. Sure, you're probably right. That sounds about right. That's the only advantage. That's the only athletic advantage you can gain out here in the PLW, is being a little faster than your average guy. Easy out, though. Piccolo keeps Tanek at first. As long as they retire that out, Tanek does not move.
Vipers chasing one here. Bringing Dean up to the plate.
I don't know why you're assuming I'm slow. I'm definitely not slow. I'm old now, though, so maybe I'm a little slower.
Not fast. I wouldn't say slow, but
You're probably
not
right.
fast.
25 miles per hour.
No,
I'm in that same boat.
I guess I'd like to race a couple people out here and see what happens.
Mercier knocks a line drive down, collects it, and throws it home for the easy out. The quick reactions. He's like a cat over there. Throws his hands up, stops an absolute smash right at him, and makes the easy out with the throw.
God, is he good, man? Did I trade? Did we already talk? Ah, forget it.
We don't even need to bring it up anymore, Chad.
Jesus.
It happened.
It's done. It's over.
54
Rip.
miles per hour.
KJ, good play. Piccolo works out of the lead-off triple. We're through 2. 1-0 Birds in the rubber match tonight. Ethan Wickfield here. Chad Phillips here. What's going on, Ethan?
You know, another night here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Geared up for Halloween weekend. We have a big Halloween weekend here at the ranch, I believe, Chad, right?
There's a big party tomorrow night. Absolutely. This is a known haunted area in this city. What was it? Ghost Stories or Ghost Adventures? Or I can't remember the show that it...
Yeah, the Ghost Adventures on Discovery came through here.
Yes, they did. Very, very hidden area here in Las Vegas, private residence. If you ever want to get in the PLW, you got to reach out to us on social media. You got to know somebody, talk to somebody, and maybe you can come down here and get in. We'll have a draft in February. It's going to be huge. These PLW teams are going to be looking for a player or two as we expand a little bit. Good luck having the talent level to compete out here. It's really tough. Everybody's gotten really good.
You know, and Hayden Mercial making a great point right there that, you know, Chad, you're not the only one that has traded Sean, and I'm sure that Adam is feeling it the same way you are with the defensive plays he's been making, and also, you know, at the plate, too.
Yeah, my trade was a little more short-sighted. I shouldn't have done it. I was new. I had to make a mistake as manager.
And I see a Sean for Gold Glove in the chat, and honestly, I can't disagree with it.
Oh, it's happening. I mean, it's happening. He might get a Gold Glove every season all the way home. And, you know, he did struggle throwing the ball early in the season a little bit. Again, it's hard to command the wiffle ball, but now that he's learning to do that, you know, it's a two-part play out here in the PLW. You got to make a cat-like play like he made, but then you got to make a cat-like throw. And Trench is going to want that one back, but, oh, that's Tom. No, that's Tom. Tom's not getting it. Not many people are.
Not the normal shortstop for the Vipers. Playing 5 tonight.
They're down a defensive man, and you really don't see the difference in how they're feeling that, but I'm sure that one more defender wouldn't hurt them out there. Oh, that tricked Dodo's big time.
Absolute nasty pitch there from Trench to get strike 2 on Dodos.
It looks like a slider, and then it just, like, stops traveling.
Dodo's going to watch the screwball in the dirt. You know what it is, Chad? That pitch comes in looking like it's going to be a meatball on the inside part of the plate for a right-hander, and you think you're going to just absolutely crush that ball as the Vipers go for 2 here. And we almost get doinked in the booth here. But yeah, as I was saying, it looks like it's going to be a meatball on the inside part of the plate, and as a right-hander, you're going to just crush this thing, and next thing you know, it breaks out. The ball dies completely right down in the dirt, and you're left looking stupid. It's going to bring Sean Mercial up to the plate.
44 miles per hour.
As he watches ball 1 in there.
Miles per hour.
1-2 count, 1 out on Sean Mercial. Trench is delivering here, the runner on second base. Trying to get these Vipers out of it. Yeah, personally never seen anybody fall off the container, but GK as the main commentator, and overall general just captain of the volunteer squad next here to Chad Phillips.
Yeah, me and Greg are dueling. I'm the captain of the baseball activities, and he's the captain of all other activities, any media related, any speaker, wire, microphone. Greg is way good at keeping the team intact and making sure we get volunteers, making sure people are helping out, and making sure people get credit for their help. And Kyle Lohman has now stepped in and saved my life here as I work a ton of hours a week, and Kyle has moved here to help out, and it's a good thing he has, because he's like 40% of the volunteers over the last month. We'll see a second walk for Trench.
Definitely. Yeah, I would love to see a video, if there's video of Bird falling off the container. I'm sure that was the case.
Is there video of Bird falling off the container? I don't think there is.
I don't think so. Would not surprise me. Bird last night, actually, playing against us, was sitting on the container. I believe his parents or family or somebody was here. Was sitting up on the container, realized he had to bat, ran in from the outfield, and hit a home run right at him.
That was Bird, right?
That was Bird last night.
Yeah, last night. He hit a home run a little to the left of him, actually. It was right down the line. He hit that home run. I see Tanek coming in a little earlier than he wanted to. He was kind of probably hoping Trench got him into the fourth, definitely, probably the fifth. In his mind, he was hoping he could get to. Tanek does not want to work bulk innings out here. He likes to come in, get, a handful of batters, and then let his guys do the work. But he's stuck here. Gannon's walked out. No other pitchers. They don't have any other pitchers.
Yeah, he's going to have to go the distance here for the rest of the game. But, if we're going off stats, him and Trench actually have the same ERA, and Tanik's another guy. I'm not going to say he doesn't have nasty stuff, as we've learned before, but he's one of those guys who just gets outs. He's got good defense behind him, and he's gonna get the job done. He's not gonna throw balls. If he needs to throw strikes, he's gonna throw strikes, and you got to be swinging when you're batting. 0-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the third against KJ. He's gonna hit a dribbler back to Tanik. He's gonna make quick work of this one for the easy out to end the inning.
Okay, we're through. No, we'll go to the bottom of the third now. 1-0. Vipers still 12 outs to work with at the plate, and they can look to get a run. Runs have been hard to come by. They have played 15 offensive innings, and they have scored 5 runs. Certainly doesn't sound like a 2.5 run favorite to me.
We'll see. As you see, we are in Halloween spirit with our characters out there on top of the container tonight.
68 miles
That's
per
Sally, and on the right and in the middle there, I should know who that is, but I can't think of it, and I do not know who that is on the left. If anybody in the chat knows, maybe just some guests. Hi, Sally. Hi,
They
Sally.
give us a wave.
miles per hour.
Yeah, Pickering looking to hold on to this 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. But as we've seen, the Vipers bats normally do come alive in these middle innings. So he's going to have to really lock in and get those pitches working how he wants and see if he can shut this team down. We got Trench coming up to bat here. Then you're going to turn it over to Tanik and Gannon. 3 big outs to get.
Well, with Tanik and Tom coming up next, this is a way bigger out than it needs to be. If he doesn't get it, he's in a lot of trouble to start the inning. If he gets it, he's got some wiggle room.
Miles per hour.
Agreed.
You don't want any. We need some wiggle room with Tanik up. You can't have Tanik up with 2 on and nobody out. It's just there's nowhere to go. A little high. Trench
Miles per hour.
loves to get into hitters counts.
2-1, he's got to deliver here. Believe he doesn't have any walks on the evening, though.
Nope, not yet. Oh, look at the spin on that. Look at Sean. He doesn't have much time left. He's still going to try. Short.
And we're going to see a rare error by Murcial there.
That ball was spinning like crazy. And then when he tried to pick it up a second
Still
time, it was
spinning.
still spinning. You're right. He wasn't expecting it the second time when he went to pick it up, and it spun right off of his hand. That might be the first error I've seen him make on a non-throw all season, to be honest with you.
And Trench going to get on here with no outs. It's going to bring Tanik up to the plate. Who went yard earlier tonight.
Call to the arm barn, Brad. The arm barn.
2 miles per hour.
Oh, look at that. GK Rabbit on it, too. Arm barn.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there's a new name now.
55 miles per hour.
Piccolo. Don't get used to that, buddy. You snuck on by Tanik. 1 out.
Big strikeout from Pickering. It's going to bring Tom Gannon up with 1 out, runner on first base.
Not on my watch either. Oh, I'm not sure what's going on
Yeah,
here.
us legends, we're rocking with the bullpen. Gannon, 0-2 count. This would be a big strikeout if Pickering can lock it in. He's going to rip that. Nate Ruiz falls on it, goes to second. KJ going to lock it in. He's going to try for 2, but it's definitely going to be over.
7.92. Fielder's choice, out at second base. Good play over there by the Ruiz and Murciel tandem. I think they both had it. It looks like Sean might have hurt himself a little bit. I hope not. He's holding his arm a little bit out there.
They fell into each other there, and that's one thing we've seen Trench speak on up here, and I've talked with him about it a bunch. When you're playing second and first, short and third, you got to talk to the guy next to you and say, listen, I'm going to go in front, you're going to go behind, or vice versa. And you just got to speak prior because, as you just seen, that was almost a mishap where they didn't secure the out at second base.
It was almost a mishap as they almost crashed into each other diving for the ball. It looks like they're both holding their arms, actually. You are correct about that. I think the guy with the better arm should dive deep.
Miles per hour.
I got it foul.
Miles per hour.
As Chad said, it's going to be a foul ball.
It was clear. It was clear. No, it was foul. He had a good
Yeah,
look.
it was clearly
KJ
foul.
ranged into foul ground. He was, 6 to 8 inches into foul ground where it touched his hands. His feet mean nothing. It's just where the ball is when it was touched.
53
Dean up there fighting with 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first, trying to get something going for these Sandvipers. The bat's not alive for either team really, besides a couple home runs earlier in the night. He's going to rip that through the 5-6 hole. Oh, wait.
62 miles.
Martial makes a play to second base, and that's going to get the out to end the inning. What a play by Martial to stay with it.
That was a really good play, and for somebody to call out 2-2 because he was never getting that throw to the backstop in time to get the out. He only has that bailout out at second base, which he got. What a good play.
Great heads-up play by Martial.
As you were saying, we got another shot there for the deep and the shallow dive, and Martial, that time they had better communication on the left side. Martial went deep on that play, maybe because he couldn't get to it. Maybe he knew it was going to third. It was hit so hard, but he ended up getting that distance, that deep, so he could make a play on it.
Yeah, and a great job by KJ to get a hand on it to slow the ball up, because if he doesn't get that hand down, that's an easy base hit out into left field.
I think that Martial has to be the guy diving deep, too, because he has the arm. It needs to be... Whoa! Tom misses me by 2 inches. With a,
It's another showing as to why he's a candidate for the Gold Glove this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a great play. It looked like it was done, but he was hit so hard that he had time still.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he had a base hit through the hole. I thought it was going to get through, and he just stuck with it and made the play.
I mean, that rocket probably was on KJ when the stopwatch was said .45 or something like that. So there was a lot of time left. Good.
60
Take.
miles per hour.
It's tough to take anything against Tanek. He really is the ability to abuse rookies.
And that's going to be a tank for strike 3 as he sits down Steven Johnson for out number 1 in the inning.
Well, let's talk about who we want up in the booth after this game. Patricus, Marcial from the Warbirds. Is that the only guys we want?
47 miles per hour.
I believe we either got to get Tanek or Gannon up here. They both went deep earlier tonight. Got some runs on the board for this team.
They got to earn their way up here more, though. We see a lot of Tanek and Gannon up here. It's good to get some new faces. What about Piccolo? He's throwing a gem here. What if Piccolo throws a shutout? I think we go with him. Let's not even go to the viewers tonight. We're going to make the call, me and you, Ethan, right at the end of this one.
Yeah, I think we got to go with whoever wins this game.
I agree with that. Whoever is the winner and game-winning RBI or throws a shutout or whoever is the star of this game in the win.
Yeah, if the Warbirds win, I think we definitely got to go to Marcial, who's made a lot of defensive plays tonight.
I don't hate that, but I think if Piccolo throws a shutout against the Vipers, it's him. 6-inning shutout is no easy task against this team. He's only halfway home right now.
I believe he's only given up 3 hits as well.
Yeah, he's very likely to still give up a run. Very tough for the Warbirds to stand on this 1-0 lead here.
Especially playing 6 innings tonight.
Yep, and especially 6 innings against the Tanek 5-man lineup as well.
46 miles per hour.
That Tanek is rolling that lineup. He couldn't be more happy tonight how many plate appearances he's going to see. Too bad his Vipers aren't really hitting that much to roll that lineup a little more. Oh, he sneaks one by Patricus there. Good 1, 2, 3 inning in the 4th for Tanek. They have 9 outs to work with right now. And who's coming up? Question for Pickles. Where did you get your Gilligan hat? Okay. I like Pickles I like to get new guys up here, give new guys a chance to feel the interview up here. And, it's going to take a lot more for Tanek to get up here than it would for Piccolo. Tanek not having that good of a night. But if he does walk this off later, we'll get him up here for sure.
Definitely. Just got to see where this game goes here with 3 innings left to play, or 2.5 innings left to play here in the bottom of the 4th.
The chicken with a free bowl of soup. Why do we want the chicken up here? What's he doing?
We get free soup?
I don't know. You gave me this delicious looking. We have a food feature up in the booth every night. What did you give me here? It's a vegan chocolate avocado cake. It looks pretty good. It's going to go home with me. Where did this come from?
I'm just seeing it now.
Didn't you hand this to me earlier?
No.
Who handed this to me? I thought it was you, no?
All right, we're going to rock here in the bottom of the fourth. Pickering on the mound, delivering a shutout right now. Let's see if he can keep it going. David Harley Jr. up to the plate. Struggling a bit tonight, but when he finds it, he's on.
Oh, Hayden's voting for Sean in the booth. Go figure.
You know what? I can't, honestly,
I can't
if the
blame her.
Warbirds win this game, I can't disagree with that statement.
He's probably the favorite.
He has cut down so many runs, and that's going to shoot off KJ into the outfield there as that ball is absolutely ripped by Harley Jr.
The funny thing is I think that Merciel had a bead on that somehow deep. I don't know if he was going to be able to make a play on that. It was going to be into the outfield if he was, but KJ kind of deflected it away from any chance we had of seeing a foolish web gem by Sean.
Trench just missing that one. Could be fouled off for strike number 2.
Look out for the big inning here if Trench gets on.
Yeah, Mercial's cut down so many runs tonight with plays he's made in the field. Trench sneaks one by him there to move the runner over into scoring position with no outs.
That was hit hard.
Runners on first and second, and that's going to bring the big dog, Adam Tanek, up to the plate with 10 home runs on the year.
I think Merciel hurt his arm.
18 home runs on the year, sorry.
I think he definitely hurt his arm a little bit on that play
Yeah,
earlier.
he's feeling a little something out there. I don't think that's going to stop his defensive ability. More worried about the throw now, though, Chad.
Is it his right arm
It
he's
is
holding?
his right, yes.
Yeah. I think it's his left he's holding with his right hand. I think it's his left wrist. I'm pretty sure it's his left wrist he's got still there, yeah. I think he jammed it a little bit into Nate Ruiz's side. That's a question we can ask him. The first question we can ask him, what's going on with his wrist out there?
Definitely.
Mock sighting. We got a mock sighting. What's up, Mock? How are you? Good to have you on stream. November 11th, mock sighting. Birds gonna need it. If they can't get this one, they'll come in at 14 and 19. I'm not sure if that's ahead of 13 and 17 or 12 and 18. It's pretty much right in the same ballpark. Nobody really gaining an advantage with the 1 and 2. If they can win this game and get to 15 and 18, it's about as big of a win as there is to take a full 2-game lead over all of the rest of the division. And they would have to be passed by 2 teams to lose their playoff positioning. So this is a monster game for the Birds.
As I said, Chad, we are in the playoffs. These teams got to be locked in.
As he means, as all these games already have playoff implications. As we see Gannon drive that. Nope.
Oh.
Right side single. Whoo, it's going to tie the game up.
Tie this game up, and that is going to be a right side moved runners over to first and third. We got a tie ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. The Sandvipers have a 1 out with a runner on third. We're going to have another tag up position here.
We are in a tag up position, and Trench is ready. Dean, not really a fly ball hitter, though. He's really just not a fly ball hitter, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he sneaks him through the gaps there, as we've seen earlier in the night. 1-1 count on him. Pickering delivers. He's going to rip that into the outfield.
84 miles per hour.
And Trench could elect to hold at third base as Patricus has that arm there in the outfield. Smart move on the base path by him.
There's a line down there. It's a bluff line. It's about 18 feet from third base. If you cross that line, you are committed to come home. Trench just took a couple of steps, tried to bluff Patricus into a throw. If Patricus was to airmail the backstop, obviously the run would come home. Once the ball enters the batting area, it is dead, and the runner can then not take off after that. After he draws that throw, as long as that throw gets home, that play is over.
There you go. Get out.
Yep, definitely have seen that the hard way on our end with the Legends. Experienced it myself, and it's got to be aware of that bluff line.
Yep. Ethan, in season 1, that bluff line was only 11 feet from third base, and I just took it upon myself before season 2 started to move it down the line because it was too close, and we don't want to see people getting caught bluffing going home. It's not good. It's not really very good for anybody or the TV or the league. So We move that bluff down a little more. We want the throw being drawn from outfielder.
Yeah,
so
I
that
like
gives you a
that,
good
yeah.
hard 3 steps you can take, really make it look like you're coming, force that outfielder to come up and make a quick throw. And maybe he makes a mistake or he throws it sideways and you can read it and then come as the throw is coming and gives us some options. We've had some interesting tag-up plays.
53 miles per hour.
Harley's got some pretty good power.
And Mock, how did you guys fare out there in that National Wiffle Tourney? I saw a lot of people there.
Wigfield, Dean, and Garai have all been thrown out on... Oh, they've all bluffed.
Yeah, we've all bluffed and crossed the line on accident. I haven't seen the other guys, but I know I got about 3 inches of my foot over that line. And I believe it had to go to replay, and they pulled up the replay, and sure enough, I stepped across. I didn't think I did, but you know, the replay never lies.
Slow it down, slow it down.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 game. Picone,
Be in this moment.
Piccolo.
These are the moments you remember right here.
What's going to happen?
Tana giving some words of advice to Trench, his 5-hole hitter, Gold Glover. And he's going to watch strike 1 in there.
Very important for Piccolo to get ahead in the
Strike
count.
2.
Trench is an excellent 2-1 and 3-1 hitter, as most guys are. 0-2. Piccolo. Good take, Trench.
55 miles per hour.
Randy Dalby pitched 22 innings. Randy's he's got a rubber iron arm. Swing and a miss. Piccolo gets out of another bases loaded jam twice tonight. He's gotten out of that bases loaded jam, and somehow it's 1-1 after 4. Stay tuned. The viewers should be climbing from here. What else do you got to do? You can go to bed later. You can sleep when you're dead. PLW action 4-4.
59 miles per hour.
Big game here. Let's see what happens. Tanik looks great. I'm Chad Phillips here once again. I got Ethan Wigfield. PLW Thursday night. Season's getting very intense here as all 10 teams still live to make playoffs here with only 9 games to go. Actually, 9 is a neutral number. A couple teams have 12. A couple teams after tonight are only going to have 6 games to play. Snappers running away. Vipers trying to run away. And Vipers pretty much have the West clinched. It's going to be tough for one of the teams to make a move and basically going to have to go like 8-1 to catch the Vipers and hope the Vipers, you know, give you a couple. But
Yeah, definitely. You know, I believe the Vipers still have to face the Ones. If they drop this game to the Warbirds, it's going to be real interesting in that series.
it'll be a three-game series lead. It would be if the Warbirds win this, the Vipers would have a 3-game lead over the Ones. So if the Ones could sweep the Sandvipers, they would be tied. But they would be better than tied because they would hold the tiebreaker against the Sandvipers in that spot. So that
And locked in for the playoffs.
locked in for the playoffs, and that 1 seed is a big deal. 1 less series you got to play. You got to buy the 2 and the 3 play to get to the 1. So avoiding that 2 seed and getting the 1 seed is a big difference. You're in the semi. You just get that 1 seed.
Yeah, both of these leagues really locked up right now with a crazy playoff battle. It really could be anybody in there. We could see the Vaders sneak one in if they're able to pull out some wins. You could see us Legends sneak some in if we're able to get the wins. It could go either way. Same way with the Bombers. You know, if these teams drop games in clutch time, they're not going to make the playoffs.
No, you're right.
On both sides in both divisions.
Yep. The Bombers have played a great season, but if they find themselves going 3-6 in the last 9, then they're going to be in trouble. They're going to need 5-4, I think. It doesn't matter. Oh,
Yeah, that's actually that's a fair
That's a
ball.
fair ball.
It's a fair ball as it goes right through Dean's hands.
Fair ball. Doesn't matter where it landed. Somebody said it landed fair. It just matters where it was touched. It was touched in fair ground.
I'm not even sure if he got a hand on that.
Oh, he did. He got a piece of it. No replay. That's what happens when we're really short-handed here. We don't have the volunteers we need here so we can run the show properly. So we're not cutting as many replays as normal. We would have had that on replay. That ball was 6 to 8 inches in fair ground. Double play ball here. Trench to Tom. Dean steps on it.
62 miles per
Safe at second on the error. Dropped. Kyle had 5-1-7 on the fielder's choice. Back-to-back errors, I think.
And as Dobbins says, they actually do not have to face the Sandvipers anymore.
Oh, okay,
So
Dobbins.
if they win out, I mean, with that new look with
right, well,
Levi and Bird,
but now you're talking different. Now, even if the Sandvipers lose this and it's a 3-game, and the ones sweep and the Sandvipers get swept and they find themselves tied, the Sandvipers still get the nod because the Sandvipers did do work on the ones earlier in the season, and so the Sandvipers have the tiebreaker. So the ones with no head-to-head matchups.
77 miles per hour.
5-3-4 at the plate. You could see kind of a slow roll down the first baseline. Grab it, turn, make a long throw to second. Tom, regrip, throw it home. 5-3-4. It's over the time. First and third. 2 outs now.
let's bring the rookie Nate Ruiz up to the plate against Tanek here. And he's going to rip that right. Oh, that gets to
Second base. They get the force plate. And he can't hold it. They had several chances to make that play, and they couldn't get it done. Unbelievable.
And Nate Ruiz, the rookie, putting the ball in play to get the RBI, to put these Warbirds up 2-1 right now.
You know what? Tanek shielded Gannon. I think Gannon lost sight of that ball completely as it went through Tanek's legs, and I don't think Gannon could see it. Somehow he still got a chunk of it, and then they couldn't handle the relay again for the second time this inning.
That's a rare ball you see slip by Tanek.
Well, kind of. You really don't have that much control of your 5-hole as a pitcher. I mean, it is so hard
Definitely.
to control that 5-hole. We've seen Dodos do it pretty well because he's a little shorter-legged and kind of finishes low to the ground. But Tanek is a tall guy. He's got a big 5-hole there, and it's hard for him to, be able to knock down everything at his 5-hole that's hit. I mean, that ball was hit 80 miles an hour at him from 38 feet away.
Definitely. I mean, he is one of the better infielders for the Sandvipers when he's out there. But,
Of course.
It's one of those things that comes into play where the one person on the field that can use their legs is the pitcher.
Yep.
And you got to keep that in mind.
But it's hard to use your leg there and move your leg there.
Wow. And Matt Lana coming up big with 2 outs to score the runner from second with a base hit in the left field. 3-1. Warbirds on top here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Matt Lana sure does. He does love late inning heroics. I have told him many times, just shut up and win the game, man. You got the talent, just do it. Just go out and win the game for your team. He's the one guy in this league that is so valuable to his team, especially with no Malkaby down here. You kind of know what you're going to get from Dodos. But when Patricus has big nights, the Warbirds follow. Dodos deep, center field. Harley ranges over. Or is that Gannon?
That's Harley.
It is Harley, all right.
Makes the out. Vipers down 2 right now, going into the bottom of the 5th. Warbirds 6 outs away right now.
6 outs
from
away.
Securing 2 huge wins right now over the Sandvipers.
57 miles
Yeah, Dan's still on the mound here. They've had a good look at him now. We're going, 4th time through the order for the Vipers right now? I believe 4th time through here this inning.
And Chris Warfield has to be absolutely ecstatic with his team right now and how they're playing.
This is an interleague matchup, so this is the only matchup that these two teams will play each other all season long. So these teams haven't seen each other since the summer season, and Dan Piccolo didn't play in the summer season. So this is the first look the Vipers have had at Piccolo, and like I said, 5th time through. Here we go. 4th time through. I'm sorry, 4th time through. Bottom 5.
67
Silky Banks, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. And Pickering.
This is the most pressure he has faced in his PLW career, holding this 3-1 lead. Let's see how long his leash is. They could go to Patricus or Dodos quickly here.
Yeah, definitely with Tanek leading the inning off here. He's going to watch ball 1.
Well, in this spot, I would go right after him because if he does hit a home run, you still have the lead. A walk is dangerous here. Starts a little rally. Yeah, you don't want to. Tanek knows he's just got to get on base, and Tom can tie this up in a flash.
I don't mind the walk here to Tanek. But if you can hold him to just hitting a single or as a strikeout, huge by Pickering.
Oh, yeah.
And a massive strikeout by Pickering.
What a massive
with the
swing.
slider that just snuck in there. And Tanek swings and misses. That's
can't-
going to bring Tom Gannon up.
That last comment is so terrible. Oh my gosh. Just terrible guys you are.
56 miles per hour.
There's so many ways that's terrible.
New plan, Tom. Hit a triple.
Yeah, that was coming back.
Triple, Tom. See it. See it.
Gannon going to rip that down. Nate
Nate
Ruiz
Ruiz.
grabs it. And he's gonna
Good throw by Nate Ruiz. Unexpected how much pop that throw had on it.
All right, here we go, Dean. Hey, we need you right here.
GK Rabbit with the gifted tier 1 sub to Silky Banks. Welcome to the subscribers club, Silky Banks. You get that PLW badge right next to your name.
There it is. You're in. You're in, Silkies. Nowhere to go now. You're tuning in every Monday and Thursday night at 5 p.m. Every Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Monday and Thursday we play from 5 to 10. 2 series. Last night we didn't end till 11. But tonight, 7 to 10, 1 series. Next season, in February, we start back up. We go to 1 series Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. every night of the week. Your team, if you have a favorite team, it'll be playing 10 of its 18 series on the same night of the week. So you'll be able to kind of have a good beat on the team that you follow. Maybe we'll even have some odds up and a way to wager on the games.
26 miles
We do have odds up for the season and a PLW crown. If you'd like to make wagers on that, they are available. You have to kind of know somebody in the league to get that done. But that's not that difficult. There's plenty of people to know out here.
And an easy pop up there to Marcial to end the inning.
1, 2, 3, 5th inning for Piccolo. And after 5, after 4.5, after 5, I'm sorry, after 5, it is 3-1 Birds in their biggest game of the season. As Gannon throws one up into the booth again, it's almost like he's doing it intentionally.
And Silky Banks paying back that sub to Maccabee.
Maccabee didn't have a... What? What's going on? Did I just hear that Maccabee needed a sub? Maccabee, what are you doing there? You got to get your own sub. You're not gifting it to Mock.
You know what? I will say this, though. There's so many giving people in this wiffle ball community that tune into these chats week in and week out that gift these subs and get people locked in.
miles per hour.
It doesn't surprise me. You know, you go that one little week without having a gifted sub somewhere. You know, maybe you called him.
Yeah, I think we're... You know what? I think we actually can't acknowledge that guy from California anymore tonight without his sub. We'll have to wait till next broadcast when he'll be fresh.
Yeah, the community we have here in the wiffle ball scene is great. It's very tight knit. I feel like everybody starts to know each other from coast to coast, especially here in the PLW. See you guys in the chat. And Marcial is going to rip that in the center field to lead this inning off in the top of the 6th with a base hit.
Miles per hour.
Looking to turn 2. That ball's going to go in the dirt. They're going to get the lead runner for the out. So really 1 out here. Runner on first base. Bringing Steven Johnson up to the plate. 256 on the year, 1 home run. Tanek delivers. Johnson's going to rip that to Dean. Going to go for the double play here to Tom, and that is for sure going to secure it to end the inning. Huge inning by the Vipers there to get out of that with no runs. They are going to be chasing 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And this is a nail biter trench, as we know. I mean, nail biter Chad, as we know, these Vipers can put runs on the board.
I just found out that Trench was moved down from the 4th ranked broadcaster to 13th, and I was moved from 31st to 9th. So I passed Trench in the broadcasting ranks today in Las Vegas. It's a good night for me. You've called me Trench like 3 times, you know, now. I don't think you realized it. Yeah, I think you've worked with Trench every time up here, so you're used to calling out Trench. Trench can't help you out here today, though.
And Nikolai says, holy, I don't know if we can say that. Wiffle ball on prime time. Count me in and GK with the gifted sub to Nikolai. Love to see this community working here.
Yeah, I mock that $5 really must. It's really going to get you that $5. Whew. You don't have an Amazon Prime account? You maybe already used your free Amazon Prime. We're running out of that angle as everybody's used their Amazon Prime subscription. Remember, if you do have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. But we are in the bottom of the 6th.
Kilroy got some jokes for you, Chad.
I guess it's going to be Piccolo that we're going to have to bring up to the booth right now. It's hard to go anywhere else. Unless you wanted Merciel, it's close.
I mean, we could bring both. Martial cut down so many runs on defense.
He's been up here a couple times before, though. I do like to get the new guys up here. It's not like Piccolo's going to get a lot of chances to shine and be up here in the booth.
That's true.
Merciel has a chance to come up to the booth every single time he plays.
Shows why he's in contention for that gold glove.
I don't even think he's in contention. I think we can just give him that gold glove right now.
85 miles per hour.
But maybe he did have a little rough start to the season, and maybe he's still got to finish strong here to get it.
Yeah, I think a lot of rookies in this league, had that first developmental first 3 weeks. And after that, they're really locked in.
What's the count? Twos? 2 balls, 2 strikes?
Yeah, if the Vipers walk off, we're going to get a Viper, and if they don't, we're going to get a Piccolo.
Nobody out.
Harley Jr., 2-2 count, no outs.
Oh.
Looking to get things started here for the Sandvipers. He's going to rip that down to third.
Eat him up.
52 miles per hour.
KJ makes a stop, but Mercial right there to pick up that bobbled ball to secure the out.
We got this.
2 outs left for the Warbirds here to lock in a victory
Wow.
against the big dogs, the Sandvipers.
Trench has got he's got a lot of hits tonight. At least 4, if not 5.
Trench has been seeing the ball well tonight. He's going to watch that
52 miles per
52 mile an hour slider hop in there for strike number 1.
Back to back to back, Rocky. Back to back to back. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Owls, Bombers. Big series for both teams. All these series down the stretch are must watch. Every game, so much meaning. Piccolo goes for the Piccolo. It's away. 1 and 2. Trench named that pitch.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Deserving for him to rock it then, right?
To be determined here. I mean, you name it. That's how it worked in Major League, right? If you can hit this, you can name it. And we'll see if he can hit what he named. Count is 2 and 2.
He's
Trench.
gonna rip that, and that's going to...
Oh! Petricus can't make the play. Tough play. What an effort. Kind of expect him to make that play, but as you see on the replay, it was not an easy one. Maybe he should have gone feet first with a slide. I don't know. I don't know if he gets there.
He made a lot of effort to get over there. Trench getting on, putting our base runner on is absolutely huge. Bringing Tannic up to the plate with 1 out.
This is his 5th time facing Piccolo. If he gets up in the count, look out, and you got to be careful walking him because then all of a sudden Tom can walk it off.
Rocky James tuning in for his 2nd night in a row after just finding PLW. Love to see that.
That smash deep center field, gone! He ties it up to center field with a bullet. Adam Tannic knows what to do under pressure in the clutch, and we have some more wiffle ball to play. Ethan, what is going on?
Well, I think Tannic is now allowed to rename the Piccolo.
I mean, it's just gotten to the point you cannot let Tannic beat you in these spots. They seem to do it at an extremely high clip. All you Vipers betters, stubborn -2.5 layers, still breathing, but just barely.
52 miles per hour.
Unbelievable,
CK
Tannic.
says the wiffle ball gods are spiteful. Yes, they are.
Unreal.
They came out in true fashion right there as we have a tie ball game in the bottom of the 6th.
You know, I made a comment too as we watched Gannon swing to one of my friends today that it used to kind of know what was going to happen. You used to kind of have a feel of how these games were going to go. But right now in the PLW, I'm literally telling don't tell me who won. So when I get home from work, I can tune in and I have no idea what's going to happen at any point. Every single plate appearances has become must-watch TV.
Yeah, definitely. As all these teams have really evened out their lineups against each other, you know, I feel like every team has at least 2 studs now that can really just, you know, get those bats rolling for you. And these teams are all even, if you ask me.
The parity in this league is absolutely incredible right now. Even the snappers,
They can be beat.
They can be beat, and we could have swept them last night. We really could have, but we found one, and it's an unfortunate result for us, but
52 miles per hour.
that was good.
Let's hold him, boys. Let's hold him. Here we go. Here we go.
Just fair. He grabbed that as it was just over the line.
And Tanik tying this game up, sending
They
us
can go to
into
Gannon, though.
extras.
Gannon's an eligible pitcher again now. Remember that.
Yes.
Gannon is an eligible pitcher once again.
But do you go to Gannon after he did give up the home run in the first series or the first game to Dodos to win the game for the Warbirds?
Yeah, but isn't that the only run he gave up? Wait, what? Tom gave up 3 in the
They
first
gave up
game.
4. They won that game 4-2.
One was the Ghost, though. One was the Ghost. So, yeah, he did give up the home run in extras. It was 3 earned runs for Tom and the Ghost, which you can't control. But in the second game, he came in with that 1-0 lead, and he shut them down 3 straight innings. So, I think Tanik's going to be really careful. What Tanik can do now that he knows he's got Tom is now he can pitch more carefully, knowing that if he walks this guy, that he's got Tom to come in, and it's okay. Before, he had to throw that cookie because he doesn't have a pitcher back. But now he has a pitcher behind him again. It's a good feeling to have.
And you're going to see Tanik break that big 12-6 off.
5 of the last 9 games have gone to extra innings. 5 of the last 9. Are you kidding me?
59 miles per hour.
Yeah, and Rocky, that's going to be Adam Tanik out there on the mound. He's a tall man. He's the commissioner of the league, manager and owner of the Sandvipers, trying to get it done here in extra innings, close this team out without a run.
Matt Lana rolls one over. Trench. Warbird's body language has changed a little bit, Ethan.
Definitely seeing him a little down after giving up that 2-run shot to Tanik.
Gannon threw 9 innings, Mock. He threw 9 filthy innings in the first 2 games here. I'm not sure how gassed he is, but you could be right. Now he's had an hour and 15-minute, an hour break since he's pitched last. Could be something to that. Gannon's the type of guy that I wouldn't think as much about that, but a lot of guys, I think you throw them in game 1 for a couple innings, and then you know, it's 7:40, and then at 9:30, you ask him to come back. It's a little different getting heated back up against sometime.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the younger guys in the league. I believe he's 24 compared to some of us older cats that are out here. He's got that youth in him. He'll be all right.
You know what? That's a good comparison. Tanik and Big Ben. I think they're probably close, but you're probably right. Tanik probably has an inch and 10 pounds on Big Ben.
54 miles per hour.
Tanik approaching Dodos a lot differently than he approaches some of these rookies. If you bet Chris Warfield will not have a plate appearance tonight, you're looking good. Screwball underneath. Ridiculous. Dodo's frozen pizza.
Absolute filth from Tanik to get one of the biggest bats in this league, Jim Dodos, out in extras. And that is going to put the Vipers in a great position in these extra innings with a runner starting on second base.
They are a ghost away, a single away from taking this game. This is the strategy that I would impose right now. Get Trench out. Intentionally walk Adam. Bring in Dodos to get Gannon. Dodos is in already, so Dodos can do it all himself right now if that's what he chooses. Get Trench, walk Adam, and then go after Tom with first and second.
3 miles per hour.
Putting that double play back in order. I don't think they want any part of Tanik here, but if Trench gets on base, that's out the window. Kind of like last night you saw what we did the first time Brandon Gregg got on base in extras, then we have to go after Tanik and Weber. Didn't work.
I agree, but you do have to look at what's been happening tonight. Dean's been seeing the ball. Harley Jr. is starting to see the ball here in this game. Just a couple hits.
Yep.
Trench seeing the ball all night.
Well, Dodos is back in now, though. That puts a little difference. It's easy to see Piccolo, although he pitched very well. I'm not taking anything away, but it's a lot easier to see Piccolo than Dodos is slinging, side-arming, hiding the ball. It's a little different. So, but you make a good point.
But they are going to a lefty, and they've been seeing a righty all night up until now. Well, not all night.
Well, Dodos threw the 7 innings in game 1, don't forget.
In game 1, correct. But, the arm slot change right now in the bottom of the 7th with the pressure on doesn't mean anything. And actually, Harley Jr. is going to lead this inning off, not Trench.
It's Harley Jr. and Trench. That makes it even better that they can get Harley and Trench and then put Adam on.
And absolute filth from Dodos.
Is that hittable?
Right there.
Is that?
I don't know if that's hittable.
Are you kidding me?
And he goes right back to it. 1-2 count on Harley Jr.
Yeah, Tanek definitely just made a little push. I think that you're right.
And he went.
Oh, he's fooled by that.
That's going to be a big strikeout to get the first out of the inning. Bring in Trench Pacone up to the plate.
I did trade Harley with Mercial as well. That was the deal. It was Harley and Mercial for TJ and Walker, and that was what I saw out of Harley early in the season, just not discipline at the plate on those 2-strike pitches. He's come around a long way since he got to the Vipers, but now it's tough. Dodos, like I just told you, Dodos is a totally different beast out on that mound when he's feeling it. Good pitch, Dodos again.
Working himself into a 1-2 count with 1 out, runner on second base in the bottom of the 7th. Looking to get a big out here on Trench Pacone.
And he gets it. Now, what do they do? What do they do, Ethan? 2 outs, guy on second. It's the most obvious situation ever.
Gannon did go deep earlier tonight. He does have the home run power, but yeah, definitely not off Dodos.
Look at this team meeting. We have never seen this type of team meeting. The entire Warbirds team collecting on the mound.
And they're going to send Tanek down to first base with the intentional walk.
I like it a lot. I think
the move as well.
I think that now the outfielders have to make this dirty. That even more than catching the ball, just diving and getting a finger on it before it touches the ground will save the run. Make this a dirty single. Infielders laying out no matter what it takes to get a touch on the ball, and that will save the game.
And Gannon has not been seeing Dodos as well.
That's why I said this is an easy move, because this is a different situation with Dodos against Gannon.
And he's going to miss strike 1 with a 56-mile-an-hour pitch.
1 mile an hour hot. That's going to go fair. Dodos is going to make that play. Dodos fired up. Just so you know, Ethan, a tie is almost as good for the Warbirds as a win. A tie helps them a lot. It's 1 less loss they have at the end of the season. We go 1 more inning only. Top 8. This is it, folks. 8 innings. We've played 9 games, and this is our 7th extra inning or our 8th extra inning in the last 9 games. Bonus PLW. Amazing.
Unreal, but you know what? Like I've been saying the entire night, all these teams are locked in because they realize how big each win really means, and this is why you're seeing these games.
Yeah, the intensity is cranked up here at Hideaway Field the last couple of weeks. Guys although obviously the games a month and a half ago were just as important as tonight's games, but now people are starting to see the picture here and really locking in. We play the 8th, put that guy on second base once again. We're due for a tie game. We had 1 tie game in the spring. It was Legends ones. We had 1 tie game in the summer. It was ones... Vipers? I can't remember who they tied, and we're due for 1 tie game. Is that going to roll out there? No. You see that cheat line out there? That ball's in fair ground, but in wiffle ball, it's got to cross that cheat line to become a fair ball, and that died out in the dead area there.
Sean Mercial rocking with a 1-2 count. Tanek delivers. He's going to watch ball, too.
I still feel like Tom's going to throw a pitch in this inning. I think Tanek's going to walk out for some reason. Nope. Close that 5-hole up this time. That got up higher for him. Tinks the bar on the way by.
That's going to be 1 down for the Vipers here in the top of the 8th. Bringing up KJ LaCroix to the plate.
If you Sandvipers guys can get a cover here, I will be impressed. I've been trying all night to get this -2.5. That's just a pop-up. That's Tom. He don't drop pop-ups. 2 down.
And Tanik looks absolutely locked in right now. Definitely not going to go to Gannon now, as you have Steven Johnson up to the plate. He's been struggling all night.
Look out, Dean. Be ready at second base there. He likes to push him that way. A walk isn't. Who's on deck here? Somebody.
Nate Ruiz is on deck right now.
Okay.
So he does have a couple hits earlier in the night.
Yeah, but Tanik's got that wiggle room. He does not have to throw any strikes here.
And that is going to be out number 3 as Tanik locks it in and secures the out.
You know what we have now? A free roll as the Vipers are free rolling here. They got the tie locked up. If they can score a run, they will win this game. If not, we will have a tie. And I guess you bettors are looking for a 3-run home run here still. What a game. What a night of wiffle ball once again. I'm glad I came out. I had no intention of coming here tonight. But when I realized that the stream team needs some help, I have to do what I got to do to get down here and make sure our production continues gaining steam. Thanks to the 136 of you that are still tuned in. Bottom of the 8th, bottom of the last. We're going to have the bottom of the order up here for the Vipers. Dean, Harley, and Trench. Whew. Tom's on second base. If Dodos can go 1, 2, 3, he will not have to see Mr. Tanik. And I'm sure he does not want to see Mr. Tanik.
52 miles per hour.
As Dean watches in ball number 1.
Oh, you got that right, Mark. I've seen him walk a couple times lately. He has, though, trusted Tom in spots that he doesn't think he can succeed in. Dodos, couple of awry pitches. He's got Petricus in his hip pocket if he needs him. Piccolo pitched the first 6 in this game. There's a slider on the number to even the count at 2s. Base hit wins it for the Vipers.
26 miles per hour.
Clean base hit. Good pitch. Dodos, 1 down, 2 to go. Warbirds begging for a tie here, which goes a long way for them in the standings. Especially since I said they're either going to be 14 and 19 or 15 and 18. I didn't put this as an option earlier. I kind of felt like it was going to happen too. So
we really don't see the tie out here too often. As you said, only 1 in the summer.
1 in the spring, 1 in the summer. Yep.
As Harley Jr. watches the ball in.
Next season there will be no ties. Games will go until they're over. There will be no guy on second base. And extra innings will count towards the pitcher's total of 9 out of 18. Which
nobody on second.
Nobody on second. No, we're going to play it clean. Don't forget it's only going to be 1 series a night, so we have no time restrictions anymore. It's got to be a worry that if that first series went too long, then the second series would start too late. But with the 1 series a night, imagine we see a 13 or 14 inning ball game, how
Definitely.
crazy that could be.
Harley Jr. going to watch strike number 2 go in there right now.
Yeah, if this is we're going to go Tanik and Merciel if this is a tie for sure. I think we're going to go Tanik if the Vipers win as well. No, he gets a piece of it. Good play. Steven Johnson stands up. He throws it wide. Vipers win on an error by Steven Johnson. Throws it around the backstop. Oh.
What
Tough
rough way to
loss
lose
for the Warbirds.
Battling.
It's got to be
all
Tanik, huh?
night.
Let's let them shake hands. Let's get Adam Tanik up here in the booth. Let me have this interview, please, of Tanik. Oh, my gosh. Ethan Whitfield, fantastic job announcing tonight. You're coming into your own up here. Thanks a lot for your help. We're going to see some more of you up here in the booth going forward. And next season, you're going to become a fixture up here, I think. Thanks for your help, man.
Of course, brother.
Let's get Tanik up here. Tanik. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got Adam Tanik coming up here. Nobody should be leaving. What a night of wiffle ball. Unbelievable. Let's see what Adam's got. You guys have some questions from Adam. Get him up here in the booth. Adam, here's a little headset for you. How are you doing? What did I just watch? What a series. First of all, just a question. Did you consider Gannon, for those Gannon's eligibility for pitching came back? Did you want to get him back in there in the 7th, or what were you going to do?
Somewhere about 3 innings before that, I kind of locked in and got in the zone, and didn't matter who was on this field. No one else was going in but me there. I just felt it, and I was going with that.
Ethan kind of mentioned that. I kind of alluded to maybe you'd pitch carefully to a couple of guys and give it to Gannon and Jams, which you've done this year, but you did have it tonight. You look good up there. Let's talk about that 2-run home run you hit off of Piccolo. I did allude to the fact that you were seeing him a little better as the game went on, and let's talk about that, man.
Well, I would say the opposite. In the beginning, I hit him pretty hard. I think I got the double. I just missed a home run, got a triple, and there was a lot of pitches he was hanging that I was just missing. And all of a sudden, he got me in a little riser to strike me out, and then I struck out the next 2 times. He struck me out 3 times in a row on something he found. It was a little riser. So that last at bat, I went up there and I said, he's going to throw it again, and I just looked for that, and I got it. I was just trying to hit it up the middle as hard as I could, and got under a little bit, which was good.
How about Sean Merciel out there? You had a good look from second base at a couple of his defensive gems. I mean, that catch he made in the infield, I don't even know if anybody else is trying to catch that ball.
Man, yeah, it's just incredible defense there. We were really feeling the absence of Hicks tonight. On defense, we had to have Tom come in and play shortstop, and Tom's an incredible athlete, but he's not a normal shortstop. And you saw, our defense slipping up at that one point. After the third error, I had to really dig deep to try to find some composure there. Kind of lost it a little bit, got a 3-ball count on somebody, but was able to recover. And
It was 2 fielders' choices you guys kind of botched. I think that ball that got through your 5-hole, you blinded Tom on it because it went through your body and he lost sight. Yeah. But he still made a great play to knock that down, and you still had that out at second, and you couldn't get the 3-foot flip down.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see that. That was an exciting play. It looked like you had it, looked like Tom had it, it looked like somebody else had it, and then it was, and it just didn't happen for you guys. But you guys dug deep. Held on, you called it, you wanted to walk it off. You didn't get to walk it off in the 6th like you wanted, but sure enough, you hung around into the 8th inning, and what a win. You've jammed up the standings even more, which is even more incredible. You guys have a 4-game lead over the Ones right now. Yep. You guys don't play the Ones again this season. It's going to be very tough for the Ones to make that ground up. Yep. You're going to have a chance to maybe get some of your, maybe get a new player on your team at the end of the season, or no? This is it? This is your 6?
Well, this is our 6, but we in part of our trades, we have 2 first-round picks, and we also have, I believe it's your 2nd-round pick. And so that 2nd-round pick could end up being 11th overall, which could be big. And we're going to go hard in the draft this year. We're going to draft maximum players. We might take 5 guys, and we're going to have a taco team. And that way we can just have a little bit more depth. That way, if there is a trade we want to make that loses us some guys, we're not going to feel shorthanded like we did tonight.
Yeah, Kyle alluded to the fact that maybe we draft an extra player just so we have some more guys around.
Well,
and then
we talked about going to 12. So 11 was a bridge year, and so next year roster is going to be 12. So we can have just 12 on the roster.
But maybe the consideration of being allowed to go to 13 for a small trial period of a few days.
Kyle talks about it, and I shake my head a little bit, but I don't really.
I kind of like it. Getting more guys in, giving everybody one practice after the draft, and then having them cut their roster down to 12 at that point.
Or, you could just do the due diligence earlier.
All right.
Andrew Leday, he went and made some trades. He has a lot of draft picks. I think he has 3 or 4 that are going to be in the top 12 or something, and he knows a lot of those guys in the taco league. He goes out there, he plays, and so that's what he wanted, to get those draft picks.
Andrew kind of hedged his bet today with that trade with myself. I got Tyler Lewinsky, gave him my 1st-round pick. Right now, he's looking at 1-2 right now. 1st and 2nd, we're the 2 worst teams in the league, so even if one of us comes back and makes a run, the other one's probably going to stay in last. So Leday kind of locked up that number 1 pick today.
Yeah. I mean, if Josh Towers into the draft, that's what it can end up being, getting a former major leaguer who dominates out here. And that could be well worth it for Andrew there.
Yeah, Tyler, you better be good, man. I'm trading up a major league ball player for you, it looks like.
Tyler is good.
Tyler?
I think he need a little change of scenery and get some motivation back. He's an incredible athlete. He's going to fit well on your team.
He cares a lot, too. He really wants to win. He really cares about his team.
Yep.
I've heard some of the football players that he's played with saying that they love playing for him, but they hate playing against him. He just is able to rub people the wrong way and then kind of get under your skin, which is a good quality to have from your team, as long as your team can kind of contain that and keep it from, festering, as we'll say.
Yeah.
All right, Tanik, you guys are, what's the record, 22-8, or I'm guessing, I got nothing. 22-11?
Okay, I think we were 19-11 coming in tonight.
21-12 then.
So 21-12.
Excellent run.
Yeah, I was wanting to I changed my approach a little bit tonight, wanting to just swing for the fences. I can't let Taylor win the Triple Crown.
Ooh, it's going to be close, isn't it?
It's gonna be close, man.
You guys are tight up there, running away.
Yeah, he's good. Oh man, can't let up at all.
All right, PLW Nation. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Commissioner Adam Tannick here finds himself down 1-0, and they're able to fight back, get the last 2 games, win the series. And the Warbirds are going to be scratching their heads leaving the building here tonight. As I know that feeling, man.
They're a good team.
Great job, man.
Thanks.
Have a great night. Thanks, PLW. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bombers, Night Owls, 7:05 p.m. Don't miss it.